I can keep looking if you two have other things to do.
John, I'm the one who's a suspect of starting this fire. Now, I've got to prove them wrong.
And if I help, we'll get through this a lot faster.
All right, well, just remember, the smallest clue could be the lead that we're looking for.
Okay. Hey, what about this?
What do you got?
What is it?
I thought you said this place was unoccupied.
Well, it was.
Well, somebody's been eating here.
You know, I found some footprints here last week, and I told Rafe about it. But the police thought that it was just a drifter, and then they assumed that it was Squeak Sheldon.
Well, whoever our mystery guest was, he had a sweet tooth for imported chocolate. Squeak was just out of prison. He couldn't have been in South America. You know who has been in South America lately?
Well, everyone that was involved in the drug bust in Argentina.
Except Tina and Jamie Sanders, of course.
No, I'm not excluding anybody.
Oh, come on, John. Even if there are such things as ghosts, let's hope you finally stop craving chocolate after you die.
Oh, that's funny, Cassie. But I think one day in this business you'll realize that without a body, nobody's dead.
According to the paper, the man who shot Jamie said that he saw him fall into the river. Now, there's no way that he could have survived.
Well, now, if that was anybody but my nephew, I would agree with you.
Why don't we stick with a less gothic choice like Jamie's sister? Kate? She was down there, so was Cord and his mother.
I think we can cross those names off the list.
So do I.
Which leaves us with one name, that of Max Holden.
That's impossible.
Hey, come on, Delilah. You said yourself that he expressed an interest in you getting your factory back off the ground.
Yeah, he expressed a sincere, honest interest. Now, why would Max want to burn this building down before he even made the investment?
Well, this is great. We've got the names of 4 honest people and a chocolate tin. Now what?
Well, we do have one name we haven't crossed off the list, and it's far from honest.
Jamie.
Okay. Let's say Jamie is alive. What reason would he have to come back to Landview, let alone Delilah's factory?
He needed a place to hide. Now, if this place was unoccupied, that was a great place.
Okay, that explains the footprints and the silverware, but what about Squeak's body and the fire? The fire!
What if the fire wasn't started as a crime? What if it was started to cover up another crime?
Like the murder of Squeak Sheldon. It's very good, Cassie.
Right. We're talking a lot of ifs here, though. Like, how would Jamie, dead or alive, be connected with someone like Squeak?
We'll try this one on for size. The last person to see Jamie alive was the one that was having that convenient lunch with Delilah.
Max Holden, I told you, he's not involved in this.
Yeah, well, I hope you're right. But we won't know that for sure until I talk to him.
Wrong. Until we talk to him. Now, let's go.
We'll talk to you later.
Well, if it isn't the Holden brothers. Hey, Jon, Cassie, hi.
Hi, Steve.
You met my brother Max, right?
No, I haven't. I've heard a lot about you, but how you doing?
Okay. Look, I was just leaving.
Listen, not on our account, please.
Well, Cassie, this saves a phone call. After our date the other night at the Little Egypt Club, I thought maybe we could try someplace else. How about it?
Yeah, we did have fun the other night, didn't we?
Well, I know I did.
Well, belly dancers aren't really my style. I prefer something a little more intimate.
Well, how about lunch then? That is, if you're free.
Today?
That's a great idea, Steve, but maybe you don't realize how seriously Cassie takes her work. You see, just this morning I was telling her to take
Lunch
the day off.
would be great, Steve.
Great. Good. Well, if you're heading back to your office now, I'll give you a call and we can set up a place. Jon, nice to see you again. And Max, I'll talk to you.
Bye.
Like I said, I've got things to do.
No, really, don't rush off.
Yeah, now that we accidentally bumped into you, we have a couple questions for you.
Accidentally, huh? What kind of questions?
Oh, about Buenos Aires, how it connects to a certain fire, a certain factory in Landview.
Factory have anything to do with what's going on in Argentina?
Well, that's the thing about criminal investigations, Max. Sometimes they don't make any sense. But then sometimes out of the blue, a clue comes along that makes it like taking candy from a baby. Chocolate candy. Cass?
Exhibit A. Look familiar, Max?
A tin of Spanish chocolates.
Spanish.
Made in Argentina, only written in Spanish.
Well, imagine that. I wonder how it happened to get Delilah's factory.
Well, you're the private eye. Why don't you tell me?
Max, the police think that somehow Delilah arranged for the fire in the factory.
Oh, that is a crock. All she wants to do is design dresses and sell them. She's not interested in any kind of insurance scam.
Yeah, well, we feel the same way. That's why we want to find out who did set the fire.
Well, I thought they had the guy, and he had a prison record as long as your arm.
Squeak Sheldon, he had to be working for somebody.
Me?
No one's accusing you of anything, Max.
Could have fooled me.
Well, if you're not guilty, you sure seem awfully nervous.
Maybe I just don't like getting grilled about crimes I didn't commit.
Hey, well, whoever did commit this crime was awful intelligent. You see, the chances are that he bumped off Sheldon and then started the fire to make it look like arson.
Sounds like something Jamie Sanders would do.
Very good, Cassie. But then again, as we all know, Jamie Sanders is dead. Right, Max?
That's what Enrico said. Said he shot him, saw him go in the river.
Cassie, maybe you should get back to the office, huh? You don't want to be late for Steve's phone call.
No, I'd much rather... Actually, I am looking forward to a nice, intimate lunch. Excuse me.
Look, I don't know what game you two are playing, but I got better.
Max, she's gone now. You can level with me.
What do you think I've been doing?
Hey, listen, I've been studying faces for a long time, pal. I can spot a liar a mile off. I'm going to give you one more chance to tell me everything you know. And I do mean everything. Hello. Any messages? Thank you. Well, gee, I don't see anything here from Mr. Steve Holden. Oh, but then those would be for you, wouldn't they?
I thought it was the other Holden we were worried about.
Yeah, so did I, but apparently I was wrong.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. I'll return these phone calls.
If you've got something to say, just say it.
All right, Cassie. Today when we were checking out Delilah's factory, you made a big grandstand play about wanting to be part of the investigation.
What grandstand play? I am part of it.
Well, sure, when it fits into your busy schedule. But then someone like Steve Holden comes along and flashes a credit card at you, and bam, you want to go off to lunch with him.
I don't believe this. You practically dragged me out of the Vernon Inn so I wouldn't miss his call.
So what are you saying? That you're not looking forward to going to lunch with him?
No, I'm looking forward to my lunch with Steve. I just haven't forgotten about his brother either.
Yeah, well, you can forget about him, believe me.
I don't know. Max seemed awfully anxious to avoid our questions earlier.
Well, after you left, he let his guard down. You might say we had a man-to-man talk.
And?
And the bottom line is he knows nothing about Jamie.
Maybe. But I think we ought to keep on him. Max Holden definitely seems to be hiding a secret or two.
Cassie, I've already checked him out. Now, why don't you go powder your pretty little nose and get ready for the other Holden brother. Max is clean. You owe me one, but I'm too much of a gentleman to put it that way.
That's right. We are looking for extra surveillance on a very sensitive case, and Mr. Russell thought you'd be extremely helpful.
Well, I knew you'd see it my way. Yeah, we'll start the surveillance tomorrow. Get back to you with the particulars. Bye.
Won't you please reconsider? Look, we really need your help on this, okay? But...
Give me the phone. Hello, Eddie? Yeah, it's John. What my assistant's trying to tell you is we'll forget the split fee on the Cranford divorce case if you just play along with this one. Deal. All right. I'll call you with the details.
I could have handled that. Eventually. Okay. I know, I do have a lot to learn. You are pretty good at this stuff.
Well, thanks. But listen, I don't want to keep you.
What do you mean?
Well, your lunch date with Steve. I don't want you to be late.
Are you trying to get rid of me?
No, far from it. I just don't want to come between you and a good time. I thought I'd seen it all in this racket. The good, the bad, the deadly. That was the Horton case in a nutshell. Old man Horton was good enough to leave 1,000,000 clams in his will. His second wife, Audrey, was bad enough to kill him for it. And his daughter, Jade, well, she was deadly enough to collect it. Of course, I didn't know what a killer she really was. To that day, her perfume crept under my door like an engraved invitation. The first thing I saw were the shoes, what the boys on 7th Avenue call stilettos. I got a nosebleed just staring at them. Then I looked higher and higher. It kept getting better and better.
Are you as good as they say?
That depends. Are you as good as you look?
I like a man with a sense of humor.
It's a coincidence. I like a woman with one. Or without one.
My name's Jade.
Sounds expensive.
Everybody's got a price, honey.
My friends call me Mister.
Okay, mister. Rex Dancer. What kind of name is that, anyway?
Well, my father wanted a German Shepherd. My mother wanted Fred Astaire. What can I tell you?
Do you know what I want, Mr. Dancer?
Let me guess. Is it crisp and green and comes in amounts of 1,000,000?
My father was a generous man. Too generous. My stepmother tricked him into giving her everything.
It's called marriage, honey.
I call it murder.
Like I said.
She killed him with a dull steak knife and made it look like suicide. I wanted to fry.
And if you end up with 1,000,000 clams, so be it, huh?
You got me all wrong. I'm out for justice.
Well, me, I'm just like the rest of the poor slobs in this town. I'm out for all I can get.
I'll pay you whatever you want. Just get the goods on my mother and send her to Alcatraz.
Well, why not summer camp? Cheaper and a lot closer.
You turning down my offer?
Nope. Just negotiating.
Let's lay all our cards on the table, Mr. Dancer.
After you, babe.
It isn't revenge I want. And it isn't the money either.
My turn. I'm not looking for any new clients.
Then what are you looking for?
Trouble. You know how you spell that? J-A-D-E.
Oh, Rex, what took you so long?
What's the rush, honey? You and me, we got nothing but time. The time, Cassie. Cassie,
Oh, what?
you don't want to be late for your lunch date with Steve, do you? It's time.
Why don't you hand that over and let a real typist type it for you?
Oh, no, I wouldn't want you to damage your fingernails. What would Steve say?
For your information, I broke my lunch date with Steve because there's too much work to do around here, and it's obvious you need all the help you can get.
Well, don't give up your quiche and salad for me. I'll manage just fine.
My lunch hour, and I'll do what I want with it.
You know, I would never forgive myself if you blew this chance for romance. Now, why don't you go on and get out of here?
John, will you please stop this?
Stop what? I'm just being a kind, considerate boss.
You're being a royal pain, and I can't handle these games anymore either. Why don't you open up for once and talk about what's happening between us?
Nothing is happening between us. I am the boss. You are the assistant. If you don't want to go to lunch, I will.
If nothing else, I thought you were honest. Look, I am willing to talk about my feelings for you. Why can't you do the same?
My feelings for you are strictly professional.
Bull.
All right, Miss Callison. When I first took you on, against my better judgment, I might say, we decided that there would be nothing but work here, and not to indulge ourselves in sensitivity training.
Things change. People change, John, and honest people can talk about it.
All right, you want honest?
Yeah.
I'll give you honest. My honest assessment of this is that you can't handle it around here. You don't have the hide or the discipline.
What are you saying? Are you firing me?
What I'm saying is that if you want to work around here, you keep your feelings to yourself.
And what if I can't do that? You know what? Never mind. Don't even answer it for me. You don't have to fire me. I quit.
Cassie, wait a minute. For Pete's sake, you're not fired.